systems for travelers across Africa. Well, let's take you to some more stories now. Kenya's entrepreneurial outlook continues to scale on a steady curve. But despite a vibrant youth with innovative ideas, a lot of challenges, however, hover over the entrepreneurial spirit. On this week's episode of The Innovator, KTN's Brian George focuses on social innovation. Take a look.
Entrepreneurship looks and sounds easy until you are involved directly. More so if you are a young person in Kenya involved in business, you're either dealing with inadequate capital or market access challenges as a beginner. Sometimes it's even the obvious things like basic bookkeeping causing nightmares in balancing operational costs and other expenditure. This is what Somo Africa, an NGO, is seeking to address among the youth in underprivileged backgrounds.
Somo Africa is a business accelerator that operates in low-income communities, low-income urban communities. Currently, we are operational in Kibera, Kayole, Kisumu, and we recently opened a hub in Mombasa. So generally, what we do is we work with social entrepreneurs in those communities by providing them with investment, training, mentorship, as well as market access. And recently, we also came up with a set of digital tools that enable them track and just monitor how their businesses are operating. Generally, when it comes to, in terms of training, because usually that's the first step our entrepreneurs go through, they go through an application process that takes roughly between 4 to 6 weeks, depending on when the application started off. After the application period, they go through a 12-week entrepreneurship bootcamp, which is our main training program known as Buruka na Somo. During those 12 weeks, these entrepreneurs are taken through training in storytelling, financial literacy skills, among other business skills that can enable these entrepreneurs either start their businesses, or for those that have already started, they can be able to grow, expand, and think of sustainability and as well as scaling.
We caught up with one of the beneficiaries of SOMO program, whose training drew to a close recently. Jennifer McKenna tells us of how her chili farming and value addition business has been able to flourish.
I hadn't learned about entrepreneurship. I just used to do farming the normal way, where you just plant, you sell to the brokers, and then you just take money back to the business, and some of it I spend. But through Somo, I've learned more about entrepreneurship, where it involves there's marketing, there's also bookkeeping, there's also advertising, which is one of the most important things for me.
She uses this blender to grind the dried chili and get her products ready for mixing. Hers has been a story of transformation to a stable venture. Her sentiments are shared by Seth Chalo, a honey producer who equally learned to mechanize his production after completing the program 2 years ago.
Our business majorly focuses on production of honey, and I joined Somo in 2017. An acceleration program that trains entrepreneurs on ways to start up their business and to run their businesses. There is where I got to know Somo, and through that process I went through a boot camp where we are trained on entrepreneurial skills that enabled me and helped me to gain skills so now I can start my business and be able to grow it into a bigger business.
Being a startup, he still produces from home. His honey warmer now helps to heat the crystallized product before packaging. Over time, he has transformed, branded, and established a distribution channel and pattern. The acceleration program further sweetened his honey business, and now he knows that apart from traditional methods, he can mechanize the production of his honey. For The Innovator this week on KTN News, I'm Brian George, Otieno.
Thank you.